Singapore is getting rich and wild. So obviously the richest and the wildest are staying in the most decadent mansions money can buy. We definitely got to see what ridiculous sci-fi mansions they're building there, because of course they are. Look no further than the Stiletto House, the most dramatic modern home in all of Singapore. This is a truly unique house with white, wavy rooftops, tight black lines, and thin, dramatic columns that, yes, make each and every level of the place look like a flawless, high-heeled stiletto shoe. The goal of this property is for each and every room to be as big and bold as it could possibly be. Just look at these enormous rooms with those enchanting wall-sized windows. That kitchen table with those dramatic, curvy white chairs and the white marble floors certainly paint a picture. Then we've got the luxury furniture throughout. Each piece offers the perfect combination of modern style with retro 60s luxury. The entire home was built for retired businessman Robin Yeo. He's an avid collector of incredible works of art and furniture, so several floors, like the attic, were built with specific collector's pieces in mind. What's most impressive about this home is how it uses space. It manages to fit in 9,300 square feet of floor area into a 4,500 square foot plot of land. The home also has 5 stories despite seeming like a 2-story residential. The basement, attics, balconies, and bedrooms push this home literally as far as it is allowed to go in that slot of land. It's a marvel that's been written about more like it's a work of art than really someone's house. They weren't public about how much a building like this would cost, so we gotta do some guesswork. Just buying a home like this would cost tens of millions at least, so having your own architectural masterpiece built from scratch likely runs somewhere in the hundreds of millions. Definitely worth it. Does anyone remember that movie Passengers that came out in 2016? You know, that movie about how Chris Pratt wakes Jennifer Lawrence out of cryo sleep during a long space journey because he loves her and it was kinda creepy? Well, while that film made about as little an effect in popular culture as it did the box office, it did inspire one wildly strange home in Singapore. The interior design of the ship in Passengers featured monochromatic white rooms with underlit furniture and strange curvy shapes. Funnily enough, the designers of this home actually managed to out-weird the weirdest sci-fi movie Chris Pratt has ever been in, and he was in The Tomorrow War. The founder of JIA Studios wasn't fazed by the strangeness of this idea whatsoever. He committed to a top-to-bottom approach that would throw pretty much every convention out the door. There would be no wood. Each and every piece from the furniture to the wall adornments would be designed specifically for each room. Strange triangular white couches are matched with boomerang-shaped coffee tables. There are sunken white bubbles of space for televisions, strange curves that trail the top and bottom of each window, and lifted beds that look like they are suspended in cream-colored bubbles from the floor. While this home isn't exactly a huge mansion, it is still a unique custom job that looks worthy of a big Hollywood movie. This home, which took a solid year to build, probably cost over $15 million. While it went above and beyond the weirdness factor in Passengers, it actually went on to inspire architecture for the series Westworld. This home was even used for a scene, which seems like a mission accomplished to me. In Singapore, properties such as these are known as good class bungalows, typically shortened to GCBs if you want to be cool about it. They are the top of the line in the market. One incredible example of a GCB is what they advertise as the rarely available jewel. This is as classy, decadent, and beautiful a home as you could possibly want in Singapore. Just looking at this property makes you want to start moving in right now, with its brightly colored walls, vibrant orange rooftops, and enormous windows. It stretches out over 25,000 square feet with 16 bedrooms, 15 full bathrooms. Inside is all class and elegance in every single direction. Huge rooms with wide open spaces, hardwood floors, and plenty of space for rich guy essentials like multiple pianos, old rugs, and grandfather clocks. The home also boasts a breakfast bar, multiple walk-in closets, a fitness center, an outdoor kitchen, an elevator, a pool, and a garage capable of holding a whopping 10 cars. Even looking outside of the home, your eyes are offered a feast of floral beauty. A well-trimmed lawn makes for a perfect walkway, framed in a plethora of rare plants and flowers that stretch across the entirety of the property. You aren't just paying for a luxury property here, but you're also paying for an excellent location. This place is close enough to the city that you can see the skyline from the window. It's exactly where you want to live in the city. They're definitely gonna make you pay for it too. So how much exactly does a home this excellent in Singapore cost? Well, put that wallet away, because however much you're thinking, it's probably a lot more. The exact number to get the keys to this place is $31,690,141. I definitely see why they refer to this one as a jewel. Now let's look at something more classic than modern. A perfect marriage of old-school Singapore designs mixed with the modern dump trucks of cash people are making in the area right now. The Caldecott Hill Estate is everything you'd want from a classy bungalow. Gorgeous brickwork, tile rooftops, palm trees, pools, and greenery left and right make this a beautiful home to take in. Then we walk inside and see what seems to be a hallmark for decadent mansions for the rich and famous of Singapore. They want those ceilings to be so high that even Shaq would feel tiny inside. It's a 19,500 square foot home that features 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, all bathed in gorgeous natural light. Despite being built in 1985, it certainly has been renovated in the near past with an interior design as modern as any brand new mansion you'll see. Each of the pieces are quirky and unique with that 1960s flair that's so big in the area right now. While the American modern mansions are all looking like the coolest Apple stores money can buy, the homes in Singapore like to look like what people in the 60s thought homes would look like today. What I truly love about this home is the energy it has. Despite the fact that several of these homes pack as much furniture as possible inside, this home goes in a very different direction. It allows the wide open spaces of the room to breathe. You could practically play football in these living areas without running into a couch or coffee table. So how much is this fusion of the old and new worlds of Singapore? It will run you $32 million. Frankly, that sounds like a steal for a property like this. The Villa Otto seems like the ultimate combination of the enormous bungalows and mansions we've seen around Singapore and the futuristic vibe of the passenger's home. Mercurio Design Labs put together their pitch for a giant pad that looks like a classic GCB from a distance, but the closer you get to it, the more you see the translucent chrome, the rounded bubble-like edges, and the lighting that makes the entire thing shine in golden light. The interior of this home is just as impressive with tables, furnitures, art, all specifically sculpted for each and every room. Beneath the home there's a massive car park and a basement lounge. The master bedroom is pretty freaking impressive as well. It is 500 square meters. That's enough to fit a whole other bedroom inside. Not only does it look like a futuristic chrome home of your dreams, but it also counters that with peaceful fountains, gardens, and places set aside for meditation and Tai Chi. The ultimate fusion of past and future. From the top of the home, you see its true inspiration. It looks like a landed spacecraft that's been made into a house. Your very own landed spacecraft if you have the tens of millions necessary to buy it. So when Elon Musk's dreams finally do come true and they start designing mansions on Mars, I think I have the ideal pitch for what the homes of the future should look like. Singapore has 30 billionaires and growing, so expect to see several more homes like these to pop up in the very near future.